Well, okay, I'm back on YouTube after my trip to San Diego and then getting that sore throat issue. But there are a few things that I want to share with you today. Number one, I went to Walgreens to see about a COVID test. I may have already mentioned this, and they were out, and then they said I needed to make an appointment, so I just might do that. The only reason I would not is because I really do feel fine. Now, I do get a little bit tired, and I still have congestion. I'm enjoying my iced coffee. You can see my little coffee station over here. So we'll see about the COVID test. And but when I was at Walgreens, I went there and I purchased some cold medicines. I want to talk you through some of the cold medicines I bought and tell you what I'm thinking about them. If they're good, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. And then I did purchase a few things for some hair products that I want to share with you. And then I have this horror story about my cords. Remember, some of you had written to me and said, where was I? Was I okay? I hadn't uploaded in a while. And I said that I had been sick. Plus, I was having some technical problems. And so, well, evidently, I don't know if I can explain this to you, but I think I can. I have an iPad, I have my iPhone, and then I have my iMac computer. Well, my iMac computer is now dead and gone. So ixnay that. So I just am relying on my cell phone and my iPad. Well, I video from my iPhone. It makes a perfect camera. And then I upload the video from my iPhone onto my iPad. Just takes a few seconds. And then once the video's on iPad, I put it on iMovie, and then I can edit it from iMovie. It goes to YouTube. Okay, now what I didn't know, okay, well, let me back up. So, my life is entangled in technology cords. And so I have my iPad cord, and of course, Apple doesn't make anything compatible, or none of the tech companies do. You have to have an iPhone cord. You have to have an iPad cord. You can't interchange anything. Okay, so I had my iPad cord. Well, somehow the little metal tip that you actually put into the iPad bent. And so I couldn't unbend it, I couldn't fix it, I needed to get a new cord. So I did. When I was at Best Buy picking up my computer, one of the geeks, I showed him my cord. I actually brought my iPad, I brought my little plug in the wall thing. So I said, it needs to fit my iPad, it needs to fit my plug in the wall thing, and here's my old cord. See how it broke? Okay, I'll get you another one, which he did. Well, $42 or $46 later, I got home, and the cord would not fit my iPad. So I thought, okay, no worries. I'm just gonna have to upload my video, the one that I uploaded yesterday. I'll upload it from my iPhone up to YouTube. Well, YouTube would not accept it because I think it was too long. So I thought, crumb. So I went back to Best Buy, got in the car, got dressed, got in the car, drove to Best Buy, parked, walked into Best Buy, showed them, this doesn't work. So they put a sticker on it and said, take it back there and get another one. So I took it back there to get another one. And so this gentleman waited on me, and I explained my situation. I showed him I brought all my stuff from home. I brought all the stuff I bought. He said, oh, yeah, you need one that has blah and blah. I said, great. So, let's see, how did that? Oh, yeah. So I said, great. So I purchased that, and I bought a different model. I bought a different kind, so it was like $9 or something versus 40 something. Okay, yay, hallelujah, you'll get your money back in 3 days. It's funny how they can take it in one day, but they can only give it back after 3 days. So I go home. I can, I'm going to plug in, I'm going to charge my iPad, and then I can get this video uploaded. Well, my iPad plug in, was fit perfectly. My iPad would not charge. So I was like, oh gosh, I hope my iPad has not died. It couldn't have. It's maybe 6 months old. So I thought, I'll plug it in a different receptacle. So I went around because I'd leave it in for 10 minutes. I'd go check it, nothing. Same thing. So I thought, son of a biscuit. So I just bought this second cord. What the heck is going on? So I called Apple. And I, are you open? Are you crowded? So anyway, I went in to Apple. They couldn't tell me because, you call India or someplace. So I was on my way to the Apple store, which, is not near me. It's on El Paseo and Palm Desert. So it's like, it's going to take me a while to get there and get home. Usually there's a line out front. Okay, so I get my iPad, I get the new cord. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to stop at Verizon. Maybe Verizon has Apple products. And it's, just a couple miles away. So I stopped at Verizon. I get out, I get all my stuff. I walk into Verizon. The guy says, you need to sign in. And we're currently experiencing an 1.5 hour wait. And I thought, oh no. And so I said, he said that to the man in front of me. And so I said, oh, do you sell one of these? Oh, I said, I just need to buy a new cord. Do you sell one of these cords? And he said, let me see. What's the problem? And so I told him, plug it in, one plug, second cord. What am I going to do? And so he said, he looked at it and he said, you've got a chip inside of the receptacle that goes to the wall. That's what's wrong. And I said, well, can I just buy one of those? He goes, yes. So he says, meet me up in the front. So, okay, thank you, Lord. I didn't have to wait an 1.5 hours. I did not have to go drive all the way to El Paseo. I got it from Verizon and it worked. Hallelujah. Came home, got my iPad charged. Okay, so, 3 trips to get a new cord. Yikes. I'm such a complainer. I'm such a complainer. Okay, then, so good. So then, so now back onward and forward to my products. I took, because I've had the sore throat and congestion, bought these Mucinex tablets. They're like ginorm. And they last 12 hours and they help to dry you up a bit. I would recommend these. I do not get sleepy. I do not get a drug hangover from taking these. And sometimes I will. I have to be careful when Benadryl can react funny on me. I recommend these. Then I purchased this for my sore throat, a Mucinex throat spray. Now, the taste of this, look here, but the taste of this is so offensive, I cannot use it. But this is what I did. I opened it, I poured a little in a glass, added some water, and gargled with it. So I do not recommend this. The taste is so horrible. Okay, go figure. Then, I don't know about you guys, but I am so lucky. I have right here, I have a psoriasis where it can start itching. I don't know what triggers it. It's not all year long. It seems to be seasonal, but I'll get it starts itching. I can scratch till, the cows come home. I cannot get rid of the itchiness, and then it starts burning. So I diagnosed myself with psoriasis. So I bought this at Walgreens. It's like a little gel. And in fact, I'm going to put some on. It doesn't take much. And rub it in. Now, the jury's out on this. Since it's topical, I want to put it on and have the itchy and the burny gone immediately. Not so. And eventually, it does go away, but who knows if it's because of this or if it's because it just eventually went away. And sometimes I have to get an ice pack and put an ice pack because then that cold takes away the feeling of the itchiness. So the jury's out on that, which reminds me, one of my sisters, when she has 2 boys, precious boys, and when the boys were little, they would have dinner. My sister's such a good cook, and so is her husband. And so they would have dinner, and the 2 boys, at the dinner table. The youngest boy, one day they said, he has, we call him, I don't want to say his name, but he just has some of the cute isms, things that he would say that were just so cute that we say them, like for example, one time he was learning how to tell time. And so the clock in the car, we were all in the car together. The clock in the car had turned 11 o'clock. So that's the o'clocks are one of the first times that they learn. So my sister says, hey, son, what time is it? And he looks at the clock and he goes, oh, it's 11. So now whenever it's 11, we refer to 11, we say it's a 11. So those are some of, that's like one of his isms. So they said, okay, boys, how was your dinner tonight? And so it was his turn, and he got serious, and he looked at his plate, looked at the mom and dad, and he said, well, it's not too good. It's not too good. It's not too bad. It's just right. So that's what I'm going to say about this. I don't know if it's too good or it's too bad, but for right now, I think it's just about right. Okay. Now, I like the idea of having leave-in conditioners for my hair. So I bought this leave-in conditioner. I really just, I saw this, and I like this. It's not too heavy, and it's not too light. It seems to be just right. So I would recommend this. The brand is Mark Anthony, and it goes on lightly. So far, so good. And then I also purchased this heat slayer for my hairs because I do use a lot of, curling iron, hot rollers, hair dryer, all that kind of a thing. So I do like to spray this. I actually, take it and then spray right on the tips. So I would recommend this. I would recommend both of these. They're pretty good. Then something else that I just bought that I do not like, well, I use these. And because I need to spray like along here and along my part in between hair coloring. And so this time I purchased this one. It's called Light Golden Brown. It's way too light. I sprayed it on my hair. It doesn't even come out any color. So I don't know if I got a bad bottle or if the keyword golden, it was just too light. Normally I get light brown, but this time this golden, anyway, so don't get anything with the word golden in it. Yes, and I've shaken it up and everything, so whatever. It's disappointed in that. So, okay, now I want to run something by you guys. I don't know if you do this or not, but I do. Sometimes, like if I see something worthy on YouTube or Amazon Prime or Netflix or a book or newspaper article, whatever, that makes me smile, that makes me just want to purr. I will send it to maybe my sister or my daughter or a friend that I know might be into that. If it's about an animal or whatever, I might send it to a friend that I know is into animals. So through the years, I have some of my favorite little things that I've enjoyed watching, and I go back and watch them over and over again because I just find them to be so marvelous and such a feel-good kind of snippet of video or whatever. So I thought I'm going to start sharing some of these things with my viewers. They are all family friendly. They're all feel good. They'll put a smile on your face and you're going to love them. So I've written down some things. Now they run the gamut. So for example, might be a little piece of a movie. It might be like one on here is a Seinfeld skit that is hysterical, clever and funny. Another one is, some of them are singers that maybe you've never heard of, but I have, and I hadn't heard of them until I discovered them. And then they might have one song that they sing that just, you know, gives me goosebumps. One is a flash mob. So anyway, I'm going to add a couple of these as little gift nuggets to you guys. I know you're going to enjoy them. And in fact, I'm excited to hear if you do watch them. I'll put them under my details. I'll try to put the link, so all you have to do is click on it. And if I can't, I'll give you directions how to find them. So I'm anxious to see if you love them as much as I do. And let me say that some of them you may have to, be sure and watch the whole thing, because some of the snippets might be the ending of one scene, I'll say, and then the next one is the part that I love. So try to, try to stick. Some of them are just maybe 30 seconds long. Some of them are an entire song. So whatever, you'll find out, you'll see. But if you want to, they're just little golden nuggets that I have found along the way that you'll enjoy, I think, as much as I have. So with that, before I end, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to all my viewers. And if you have not subscribed and you're watching, please make sure that you do click on that subscribe button. It means a lot, and you mean a lot to me. I really appreciate how we have befriended one another. How, I know that my life the last few years has been kind of crazy with my divorce and my moving, but you guys have been there to encourage and support me along the way, challenge me at times as well, which is fine. And I value your friendship. I want to let you know that. I don't let you know enough how much I value your friendship. So even though some of us may be housebound for whatever reason, maybe you're a caretaker, maybe, maybe it's just hard for you to get out of the house for, maybe you don't have transportation or you're just not up to it. We have each other through YouTube. You go shopping with me, you have coffee with me. We share ideas through comments and replies. So anyway, P.S. I love you. Mwah. Until our next conversation.